Yeah. So let's continue. Yeah. We'll just read the last para of last week and then
Sir,
continue.
recording did you start, sir?
I just started the recording.
Okay.
Yeah. Your thoughts are as natural as the cells within your body and as real. They interact with one another as viruses do. So, our thoughts are like viruses. While you are in this reality, there is no division between the mental, spiritual, and the physical.
That means
If you think there,
in this reality is the earth reality.
yeah, correct.
That is where, then that is where
Earth.
this helps us
So
visualize. See, that is where I think, I don't know why I was putting this together for some other class. The same thing is relevant here.
oh, the Earth
See,
picture,
there are
the before you
multiple realities if you look at this diagram,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
There are multiple realities. And the the visualizable picture of the mountain, the pathways,
Yeah.
right? The pathways, the greenery, the housing, and so on and so forth that you see all along is also existing in this reality.
Yes.
Correct. But it is existing as particles.
Correct.
If we talk thinking and destiny, the same diagram can explain the existence of ideas and destiny manifested.
Yeah.
So it is in the unmanifested.
Correct.
Now,
Eventually,
so now next step is there are a lot of energy vortexes. Okay. How is these energy vortexes, when they are assembled together based on the projections, right? The energy of the projections is creating a body. Those particles are coming together and showing you a human body. Are you able to visualize that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how is that also happening? That is happening because on one side there is spiritual information, the soul information as a pattern.
Okay.
Okay. Then you got your evil thoughts, feelings, etc. These vortexes are nothing but these thoughts and feelings.
Okay. Thoughts and feelings?
Correct.
Those are the vortexes. They're creating this vortex.
So, based on this, you are attracting those out of this universe. You are attracting those out of this universe. And they are coming together. This is the resultant impact of all of that settling around one part of the information that is being sucked in, which is forming your mineral kingdom inside the body, which is your bone structure, falling into the cranial, falling into the thoracic, falling into the abdomen, and falling into the pelvic.
Whole skeleton.
Correct. Right? Then that is getting the powers of each center, each vortex, translating into certain cavities, and those cavities having certain functions, which is the systems. So your thoughts is creating, your body is creating and segregating the functions on which you are acting, right? Okay. Which is translating into your karmic lessons, which you are working on, your thoughts and feelings are manifesting through these chakras, and the conflicts that you are undergoing is passing through this natural cycle and
Yeah.
creating these organs, which is creating your real-time experience on this earth. Okay. So now read that chapter. That
Your thoughts are
ah,
okay. ఇక్కడ నుంచేనా పైన
your
you put
thoughts
simply.
yeah.
Okay, your thoughts are as
Oh,
natural
no.
as the cells
Actually, you
within.
can read from put simply.
Okay, put simply, your thoughts can be regarded as invisible viruses, carriers, sparks, setting off reactions not only within the body but the entire physical system as you know it.
Okay.
Your thoughts are
Now
as
can you experience those particles coming together, making what you are?
yes. So
Yeah.
that is why he's saying they are kind of invisible viruses. We don't perceive, we don't see with our eyes, but they are existing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they are setting up reactions not only within the body, but the entire physical system.
Exactly.
Is
That is defining the.
Sir,
Is,
your thoughts create your own reality. So this is what it clearly says. Not
yes.
only just disturbing your system, but also it is forming the system. Whatever
Yes.
way
Now,
you are thinking.
in that environment of the universe that I was representing, right, is also the thoughts of people who were here yesterday.
yes, we are all like
And when you
entangled.
end up
Yeah.
connecting, when your vortex, see, what is your vortex? Vortex is a revolving spin, a whirlpool.
Energy,
మనం సుడిగుండం
yeah,
అంటారు.
yeah, energy whirlpool.
రైట్. సో అది తిరిగి 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 సెంట్రిపీటల్ ఫోర్స్ ఉంది, దాంట్లో సెంట్రిఫ్యూగల్ ఫోర్స్ రెండు కంబైన్డ్ ఉన్నాయి.
Yes.
ఇప్పుడు దట్ ఈస్ వై ఒక సెంట్రిపీటల్ ఫోర్స్ ఉంటే ఒకే డైరెక్షన్ లో రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. కానీ నువ్వు దాన్ని ఏం చేసావు, నీ థాట్స్, నీ ఫీలింగ్స్, నీ ఉన్న ప్యాటర్న్. సో దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది పార్టికల్స్.
So suppose if there are two opposite thinking, that means they are going in opposite directions.
Correct.
The both.
Correct.
Yeah.
So who is strong? The stronger
Yeah,
one
what? Stronger one.
manifest.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So your thoughts are as natural as the cells within your body and as real. They interact with one another as viruses do. While you are in this reality, there is no division between the mental, spiritual, and the physical.
So now
If you think
there in that other diagram that we were going through, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
In this diagram, right, we started with our life plan.
Yes.
Okay. The life plan is part of this triangle that I have shown you, which has
Yes.
become your karmic lessons. Okay.
Okay.
You are a collection of your thoughts, feelings, etc.,
Yeah.
which is now going through each and every chakra that you have within the body, major chakras and minor chakras.
Yes.
Okay. Now, those chakras, you are subjecting it to your thoughts, which is manifesting as conflicts. Conflicts and outcomes, basically. Okay, which is
Yes.
subjecting you to different natures of energies. Okay. Now, in the background, you have your energy to matter transformation.
Yes.
These vortexes are creating that scenario based on the atmospheric reactions that you are having. You are creating a physical body. Now, what is that
Correct.
physical body? That physical body itself can be visualized into various particles. Correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they are going through all these structures where the transformation is taking place. These colors represent your chakras,
Hmm.
right? And what is acting in this? The back end life giving force is your chi energy, which is your prana, apana, udana, samana, vyayana. All these together are helping you meet your Maslow's requirement of progression. So with this, you are influencing the whole thing. That is the gist of the chapter, is what I can say. Of most of the spiritual books, this is the gist.
Correct.
సో ఇప్పుడు మనం చదువుకుంటే మనకు క్లియర్ గా ఒక టెంప్లెట్ ఉంటుంది ఆ చదువుతున్న మ్యాటర్ ని తీసుకెళ్లి అతికించడానికి.
Yes. The puzzles put
Correct.
together. Yes. If you think there is, then you do not sufficiently understand the spirituality of the flesh or the physical reality of your thought.
Correct.
So, while you are in this reality, there is no division. But in case if you think there is a division, then you do not sufficiently understand the spirituality of the flesh or the physical reality of your thought.
Yeah. No, no.
So
In this reality called planet Earth, right? There is no
yes,
differentiation between spiritual, mental, and physical bodies.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
Now, as
Same
stated,
diagram can
as
be
stated,
used to explain our 12 dimensions also.
as stated, thoughts are as natural as any portion of the body. They are as much a part of nature as feelings are, but if you set up an arbitrary division, considering thoughts mental as distinguished from the physical, then your body may give a truer reflection of your being than your thoughts do.
So what
in
is he
case
now
if you
taking? He is taking you to the next other end.
So if you think your mental is different from physical body, if you are distinguishing, then your body may give a truer reflection of your being than your thoughts do.
Correct. It is going to give you a higher realm definition of yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's continue.
Yeah. In the body's spontaneous functioning, you see the easy mobility of the soul, the going with that which I am, which is an indication of the soul's inner freedom and yet innate sense of direction. Going with that which I okay. All portions of the body's reality are versions in flesh of the soul's reality, even as all segments of the exterior universe mirror an internal one.
Yeah.
The later
So
alive and natural.
this explains the transformation of the picture that I called the universe to the greenery, to the roads and all that.
So it is existing inside also, he's saying.
Correct. Because the same thing. What has gone inside is from the outside only.
Correct. The body's spontaneous functioning, you see the easily mobility of the soul, the which I am, which is an indication of the soul's inner freedom, yet innate sense of direction. The latter is as alive and natural and changing as the exterior world. Physical phenomena is only a portion of what nature is, and all realities are natural. In your terms, probabilities are extensions and variations on the growth principle that is quite obvious in your daily reality. Such growth is a natural manifestation flourishing within your particular area of actuality, observable to your senses. Again, other entirely natural manifestations of that principle exist. Some can only be glimpsed in distorted
Form.
because of other natural conditions that you cannot perceive. Some can only be in distorted form because of other natural conditions that you cannot perceive. Probabilities probabilities involve you with a rich psychological growth and development present but not observable in your home ground. Any kind of existence happens within the context of nature, and nature includes the soul. Your definition of nature has simply been too limiting. See, nature is including the soul, but we are limiting.
We are
That's
limited
what he said.
because of our understanding or the lack of it.
Correct. It is
Or
natural to
simply
live
put,
after
our
death.
limited understanding, probably. That would be a better way of putting.
Yeah. It is natural to live after death and natural to return to the body to earth and then to form another. It is natural for your thoughts to be as quick, responsive, and alive as viruses. It is natural for you to have probable selves as well as reincarnational existences.
Mm.
When you consider ideas as mental and apart from nature, then you feel separated from nature itself. When you imagine a life after death as unnatural or supernatural, then you feel divorced, cut off, and bewildered. You must try to understand that there are different kinds of nature within nature and a capital for the last one. Your physical life, your human nature, is in your terms dependent upon a time when you were not. What is this? So your human, see here, you must try to understand that there are different kinds of nature within nature and a capital for the last one. What is this? What does he mean, a capital for the last one?
Capital is a physical one.
Okay.
See, what is he
So the
saying?
last,
He says you keep drawing yourself. You are a layered structure. Okay. All these within you becomes the capital. Yeah.
so that's why it's your physical life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your physical life, your human nature is in your terms dependent upon a time when you were not. So that means you are not means and not on the physical.
You are not in the capital or in the physical. Yes.
Yeah. You must realize that not being in that connotation is quite as natural as physical being. So even though if you are not there, but still as
It is quite a natural state of existence.
so that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Your existence before and after death is as much a normal phenomena as your present life.
That means,
So that is
see,
amazing.
just
So you can
because
have
you
that.
have the chakras in your body, you are manifesting in this shape. Otherwise, you are as particles. See, just consider this. There is a heap of grass.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just like the coconut tree behind you, all the leaves shaking, there is a strong wind blowing. Does this heap go and fall elsewhere and still exist as heaps, smaller in size?
Yes.
Okay. It depends. If the entire wind is in a particular direction, that vortex
Yes.
will end up creating a new state of existence.
Correct.
That vortex is having life energy also,
Yes.
right? That is transforming into another life with another shape. That is the spiritual explanation of this whole thing.
So your existence before and after death is as
Okay,
much
sir.
a normal phenomena as your present.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yeah.
We have seven chakras, right?
Mm.
As a physical body entity. So even the non-living, when we say non-living, the other object, not the physical, not the human, also has seven chakras or beyond. When you take any bottle or
One sec,
any.
one sec, one sec. Let me take you through one of the. That is what I was, as I was looking at the diagrams, that is what I was understanding.
Mm.
Now ask your question.
So human has seven chakras like vertexes, front and back, like thoughts and feelings.
Hmm.
Even the other things like a bottle or a not human, but any different other living, not living, non-living, it can be anything. Also has seven chakras or more or less.
It will have, see, it will have as many chakras as necessary to form that. What energy, what chakras are what? Do you think you have only seven chakras?
No, just we are
So
considering
for
seven, but there are
every, no,
more.
no, see, for every dimension you are existing in, you have got one chakra.
Hmm. 12 dimensions, 12
Talking
chakras.
of 12 because 12 are sufficient to explain what we have and how we manifest. ఇప్పుడు మీకు
Okay.
see, human body as an energy vortex అనగానే వాడు ఏమి ఇస్తున్నాడు? ఓకే, లెట్ us.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఫిజికల్ మనిషి కాకుండా వేరే దేనికైనా ఎనర్జీ అయితే ఉంటుంది, ఆరా ఉంటుంది, అది డెఫినెట్లీ ఒక కిలియన్
ఆరాయే
But is it
కాదు,
an
మీకు
animate
ఆరా
object?
ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నది?
No. One question, sir. Sukumar, sir, is it an animate object or inanimate?
How does it matter?
It is
All will have chakras.
No, but do you mean to say a bottle has a bottle chair? Do they have
Yeah.
chakras? No, sir.
If you have aura which is putting all the particles in the shape of a bottle, do they have chakras? Think logically.
I am not able to conceive a chair, bottle.
Everything, if
Like
But
it
they
it
also
has
have
an
aura, sir.
aura, if it has an aura, it has to have that shape. You may have given it that chakra.
No, but see what I heard, sir. Like a chair has an aura and the energy of a person who sat there last. That is why
You
the people.
are leaving. No, no. The chair has its own aura. You are leaving. ఇప్పుడు మీరు మీ బట్టలు మార్చినప్పుడు ఈ బట్టలకు మీ బాడీ పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయా లేవా?
Yes, yes.
అదే విధంగా మీరు కుర్చీ మీద కూర్చున్నప్పుడు కుర్చీకి మీ పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మీరు థింక్ అబౌట్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ ఇన్ ది ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ పంచభూతాస్.
Okay, sir, let me ask this question, right? See, I as a person, I have some survival issues based on from Muladhara chakra. I have affection and other things at sacral chakra. I have love thing with Anahata chakra, communication with Vishuddha chakra. All of this is not going to be there on the chair I sit. All that chair has got is positive energy or negative energy. What I leave there.
Correct, but what I am trying to tell you is that chair is again the five elements of nature.
Yes.
Okay. What has put it together? There has to be some energy force within, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't have life energy.
But it has energy, definitely.
That energy holding together in the form of a shape, the shape of this itself, my understanding is it will have its own chakras that is holding that shape together.
No. See, sir, if someone knocks my door, if he's a person I love, I'll give a hug. If he's a person I hate, I'll give him a kick. But
That
my
is
chair
your
is not going to do
response.
that.
That is the connectivity you are establishing.
Okay.
See, where is that diagram now? If I really look at it,
Hope my question did not make mess. Sorry.
no, it
You
did not.
did.
No, look at this. Ramakrishna,
Yeah.
what are these? These are forces, right?
Right.
These are vortexes.
Right.
That vortex is pulling you to give a hug.
Right. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, love or joy.
So
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this is part of the vortex that is acting, no? See, what are you, human body? Are you all these bodies?
Yeah,
Yes.
all put together we are. Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
You are no different from a rocket, right? You are a rocket that is getting manufactured.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Now, when that entire anatomy, when I break it down, I will call you esoteric anatomy, energy anatomy, emotional anatomy, and so on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Spiritual anatomy, and so on and so forth. All put together,
Right.
then I will say Panchakoshas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All those put together in the physical reality is, suppose I did not give it a name of a chair. Suppose I did not give it the name of a chair. What is it?
It is something, but it has no name or
Just
whatever.
like you are a man, it is a chair, right?
Yeah, it is. Even though you may name it or not, it is there. It has some. It has some form.
See, what is aura? End of the day, what is aura?
It's kind of all put together, sir. All the energy, thoughts, pattern, feeling. Right.
What is it that you will say is an aura?
Aura is a mixed
All
bag
those
of all emotions and
particles.
emotions.
No. If I look at you, are you subtler particles of fire, air, water, earth, crust, put together as Akasha?
Yes.
Okay. That is what is your aura?
Yes, correct.
Okay. You have this process that is converting the energy to molecule.
Yes.
Now, wood itself is again the same thing, right? You have given it the energy to convert that tree into a seat.
Right.
So if it has aura, it has to have the energy that is vibrating within, which is holding it together, correct?
Right.
Now, what is it that is going to hold it together?
Energy centers, sir.
Yeah.
Then they have the vortexes called chakras.
It should have the energy vortexes within. Without which,
Otherwise,
will you hold it together?
Otherwise, it will be going out. It will not stay there.
Otherwise,
It's
it will become. Otherwise, it will become. That is why, right?
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah,
Ramakrishna Garu, now extend this to object science.
right. Yeah.
Chandra Garu,
Ah,
when I asked the Google, it says, the chair does not have aura. A chair does not have its own aura color in the traditional sense. Aura colors
Sir,
are
I need a
generally
minute
associated
break. I need a minute break. Yes.
to humans, okay, and are believed to represent
you are
their
talking
emotion.
aura colors. You are talking aura colors, which is emotions.
But see, they
But
are saying,
every article, living and dead, will have aura.
correct, that is energy. See, that is not the colors aura. That is the potential energy it has because of the
mass
Right.
and
If it is only
yeah.
potential energy, it will never have kinetic energy, which will never become physical.
the
Because
gravity potential energy it has. But here he says, like Ramakrishna Garu says, like that, it is associated with living beings, specifically humans, and are believed to represent their emotional and spiritual state. A
That
chair
is
is an inanimate
ah,
object and would not possess this kind of energetic field.
see, you are talking aura as energetic field. I am talking about aura in its strictest form. What is holding the particles of
No, that is potential. That is potential energy it has. I agree.
correct? If it is
But
potential energy, how will it become physical?
not the same energy as humans does. Not this aura colors.
No, I'm not talking aura colors. Actually, I don't agree. Even anything that is vibrating. Do you believe that chairs are vibrating?
everything in this world is every atom, every particle is vibrating, sir. Everything. There is
If
no nothing.
everything is vibrating, how can you say it doesn't have color? Vibrating means frequency.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it has.
Right.
That's why
Now
it
you take 1 by lambda is frequency, right?
Hmm.
Lambda is
Yeah.
wavelength.
Correct. The difference between each cycle.
Correct. Right. Now,
Hmm.
that vibrating one will have a color associated with it because of the variation in frequency.
Yeah. The more you vibrate, the denser you have, and the lighter you have. I mean, based on cycles, you have it.
So,
Correct.
so I don't
here
agree
he
with
says,
Google's definition.
he says it does not have its own aura color in the way that a person
How is
does.
it possible? He is going against science, no, in that statement. I mean, I would call for some more viewpoints on this, but it's a good question. If it doesn't have color, why are the tree leaves green, ma'am?
It absorbs all the color and reflects green.
Exactly.
Chlorophyll.
Okay,
No, I
correct.
think, sir,
Correct,
I think
correct. Chlorophyll is correct. Correct.
So
see,
Google's
confusion
definition
is
there
about.
that it doesn't have any energy is not right then.
No, sir, I think, see, every particle vibrates, all that, that's fine. But I think when it comes to the inanimate objects, it is the energy it has is limited to the last person who used it.
Sir,
Okay.
if I have energy, am I vibrating?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. If I am vibrating,
but
I have a color.
no, I know. I'm not disputing that, but I think the confusion is when there are no feelings and desires associated with that object, a unique set of feelings and desires associated with that object, there
Correct.
cannot be any. There are no chakras. That is my confusion here.
Yes. Yeah. Because
How,
these are all
then
associated
how are
with
you
emotions.
holding? See, give me one thing.
Yeah.
If I am vibrating, I am subjected to an energy vortex. Then, if that is the case, Ramakrishna Garu, if I leave a chair as it is, it should survive that way. Will
Yeah,
it decay?
okay.
Will it decay?
No, that is a weather effect. The decay or staying together is a
That
weather
means it
effect.
is responding to energy variations, right?
Correct. Yeah.
But it doesn't have emotions.
Yeah. That is
See,
right. Yeah.
emotions is a different entity altogether, but it will still have energy.
No,
If your
that's why
energy
it
is
has
not varying, but Bala ma'am, if your energy is
yeah.
not varying, it means energy is not moving. That is emotion, right?
Energy in motion.
It has correct. It has potential energy to bind the particles in the chain. I agree.
Correct.
But it doesn't have emotional energy like human beings.
If that is the case, my question is, when I cut red sandalwood, why do I see red color instead of brown, which should be the normal thing?
Or you mean red color wood?
Yes. And if I go to Nirmal painting, they don't use painting. Their entire creation is of natural colors.
See, what I'm saying is probably it exists in the plant. I mean, natural, I mean, the live plants, not the inanimate
So
object.
the moment I have converted it to a painting, it is no more live. Why do I have Nirmal painting as it is still? Then I go to interior Tanjore, right? All those are transformed wood only. That energy is
That
still
is
there.
that is true because they do
Then
not
how do you
have their own.
explain this? How do you explain?
No, what do not have their own emotions. We are
How does it
perceiving with
matter?
you alone.
No, how does it matter? I will only change color, but they have a fundamental frequency which has got a color of its own. Are you getting my point? If I did, then the statement that everything is well, quantum physics is a failure then. Because
No. It has potential energy. We are not saying it doesn't have, but it does, but not emotional energy, which gives colors like human body, in chakras.
if it
Madam,
is
one
only
thing is,
potential
sir,
energy without the existence of potential energy and kinetic energy together, you cannot have anything physical.
sir, in Google says again, the non-living thing have aura, aura and chakras.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Otherwise,
No,
otherwise,
I don't know, madam. You searched, I searched again the same.
Yeah,
That all
when I
depends on your
search,
English sentence question. Yeah.
no,
yes,
see, it's not
the
logical, no.
Yeah.
See, what is chakra? Chakra is rotating energy, right?
correct.
Otherwise, the shape will not come. What is holding that shape together? At the lowest breakdown condition, if I take CKD and apply science to it, everything is either particle or wave.
I agree. See, I'm not saying denying it. It does
So when I
have,
am a
but
particle and I am a wave, how will I not have color? I am moving. Maybe my color is not
Can I
what
say
you are
something,
able
sir?
to perceive.
Hello? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, Kirti.
yeah.
Yeah, I just joined very late. Sorry about that. About
No,
the
no,
aura.
we didn't make much progress. We are stuck.
Aura, non-living things have aura. I have seen.
No,
Oh,
they
is it?
have it.
Yeah, I've seen. My
No,
son, uh,
Kirti, what we are discussing is, does it
uh,
have 7 colors like human being?
I
I've
didn't say
seen
seven
at
colors.
least,
No, no,
I would
any color,
want
madam.
to
No, I have seen at least
reiterate,
3
they
colors.
have colors. If they are vibrating, there is a frequency associated. 1 by,
Yeah, I have seen, sir.
no,
3
no,
colors.
1 by 12, 1 by lambda is frequency. F is equal to 1 by T. Correct?
So, Keith, you have seen the different colors on an inanimate object?
Yes, I have seen in
Ma'am,
my home.
ma'am, why this much? What is Nirmal painting made out of? The wood that they use is natural wood in all those colors. Red Sanders is red. And then on the YouTube, I saw they were felling some tea and then said, do you think Red Sanders is the darkest red colored tree? No, there is another one which is there in US. And that is supposed to be a small piece of 1 inch is going to cost you a few $100,000.
Oh.
So, see, otherwise quantum physics will fail. The entire quantum physics will fail if it doesn't vibrate. Okay.
No, no.
It doesn't.
Sir, we are mixing two things here. Now we all agree that all the inanimate objects have the energy, have the colors and all that.
Correct.
But when it comes to the chakras, every chakra has got its own set of feelings,
Sir,
desires,
is
and all
chakra,
that.
first of all, first fundamental question, is chakra physical?
No.
Thank you. What is chakra?
So chakra is a group of basically energy.
Chakra is energy.
Yes.
Energy can be going in a straight line, energy can go in a wave, energy can go in as vortexes. When you are subjecting it to multiple, what is a whirlpool and in a river? Why don't you have whirlpools in, a naturally created whirlpool in a lake?
Because no, physics do not,
No,
form
because,
whirlpool.
no. See, you don't have multiple moving energies for you to create that vortex. But the basic vortex will exist.
Yes.
If it is energy, it has to be a wave in motion. Only thing is, it's always consistent. That is why you don't see it changing. Otherwise, why will a chair suddenly break one of its legs? You just leave it in one corner. It should not break, no? It is inanimate.
No, when that happens, like basically there is some physical force, such as like due to they expand, contract.
What is that physical force again? Talk in terms of physics. Energy.
Yeah, right. Yes.
The moment energy is there, there is going to be a movement of energy.
Yes.
Movement of energy is a vortex. You are giving it a hardwired definition. I am not giving it a hardwired definition. Think about it.
Okay, let's go back to our.
No. No, it's a valid point. It has to have a chakra and this one. Both it will have to have. It doesn't have an option.
Definitely.
Okay.
But it is thinking to every one of us.
I think the question is like, see, sir, when we can talk about some of us here, you can make a statement that, hey, you are you are in the root chakra. Your Vishuddha chakra is not, it need to be developed. Your Anahata is very good. We can make these sentences about individuals who might come across, but you cannot make these sentences about
that is because what is Anahata, sir? What is Anahata?
Anahata is basically balanced love, and between
Who has
all the
told that
people
it
around.
is balance in love? It is one form of
No,
energy.
but it basically it amounts to the acceptance and the expression of love.
See, you are applying now. You are bringing in conditions. You are bringing in conditions. You are bringing in variations of try. You are dissecting the basic energy.
Right. Yeah.
You are slicing and dicing energy, right?
Right. Yeah.
That energy in a particular pattern, just like you have called it a chair in a particular shape, you are calling it Anahata Chakra and giving it certain attributes.
Okay.
See, it is the same energy when it has got a particular set of characteristics. You are saying it is Anahata Chakra, correct?
Yeah.
You are identifying it in that form. If I did not give it the name of a chair, energy in that particular shape is a chair,
Yeah.
correct? So, when we are trying to apply the what do you call the spiritual understanding to anything, you have to think in terms of energy. Are you getting the point I'm trying to give you?
No, I agree. I agree that yeah, objects have the energy, and then I gave you an example of me visiting the pawn shop, right? I know the energy, the impacts. Yes, uh, definitely. Uh,
So,
Sir,
yeah,
yeah.
this is Surekha.
yeah,
Yeah, actually, I think one point it just struck me about the physical body. You got up a really good point. I mean, all these chakras, right? Of course, we associate with each, like throat chakra, heart chakra, or Mooladhara. All of them are actually. I mean, this is my understanding now. It just came into me. I don't know. My maybe you all know already, but it's an energy only. But we are associating with the part of the body, like it's a throat and. Where that cells are, maybe that is that what you're saying, like heart, it's related to the heart area. So
yes.
basically the energy is the same, but it is associated with an organ, like or cells or whatever part of the body. Can we think like that,
You can
that
see
it is the same energy,
actually
basically all of them are the
today's
same?
discussion started
Hmm.
with one diagram I was drawing. Okay. It
Okay.
started with this particular diagram. Okay. When I apply the rules of slicing and dicing, the answer is you have the universe, which is some particles have come together to form mountains. Some of them have come together to form the roads. Some of them the houses, right? Some of them the greenery around. All these are already existing in the universe. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. Now, what has happened is these particles, you have subjected it to certain chakras, movement of energy. What is chakra? Chakra is a movement of energy. Okay? Are you with me, Sureka?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this has got certain attributes. The particles that have sucked in are making up this entire structure. and there are multiple existences.
Yeah.
You have analyzed and found that there is energy coming from all these directions. There is energy in the form of a soul pattern. There is energy in the form of your free will. All these have given a particular shape. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Mm.
those, as they have become more and more denser, you have given it a structure which has got a backbone, a structure which has been classified into certain organs and so on, right? So basically, they are then forming your patterns, which you are calling karma, which are you are subjecting it to feelings and thoughts and desires, which are going through and making up because there is a process, that process is manifesting as organs, and these organs, when they are covered in various sheets, you are calling it a male, you are calling it a female, you are calling it a baby, you are calling it something else. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right. Now,
Mm.
this particular construct of the particles is a human being. Okay. So now from here, we went into this chapter where last time we stopped. Put simply, your thoughts can be regarded as invisible viruses, carriers, sparks, setting off reactions, not only within the body, but the entire physical system as you know it. Okay. Now, your thoughts are as natural as the cells within your body and as real. They interact with one another as viruses do. While you are in this reality, there is no division between the mental, spiritual, and physical. If you think there is, then you do not sufficiently understand spirituality of the flesh or the physical reality of your thought. Okay? So far, all of you are with me, right? We are all on the same page. Correct? Let us go one step forward.
Yeah.
Now, as stated, thoughts are as natural as any portion of the body. They are as much a part of nature as feelings are. But if you set up an arbitrary division, considering thoughts mental as distinguished from the physical, then your body may give a truer reflection of your being than your thoughts. That means the body is becoming a superset and the thoughts the subset. Correct? Yes, everyone on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, let us go.
Yes, sir.
In the body's spontaneous functioning, you see the easy mobility of the soul, the going with which I am, which is an indication of the soul's inner freedom and yet innate sense of direction. All portions of the body's realities are versions in flesh of the soul's reality. Okay? Even as all segments of exterior universe mirror an internal one. That means everything has a soul of its own. Right? The latter is as alive and natural and changing as the exterior world. Physical phenomena is only a portion of what nature is, and all realities are natural. So at this point in time, there was a question. What was the question, Sukumar?
Yeah. Other than the human bodies, does even non-living thing, anything in the world has chakras or not? Because they have aura, energy.
What?
So they have chakras.
They will have chakras. They may not be as dominant and violent as the chakras within us because we are moving energy faster.
Hmm.
But they will
We have the spiritual.
their core energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have their own chakras, definitely.
That
They
was
should
my
have their.
answer in the debate. Then Google came into picture and then created so many versions of the definition. Just like it guides us, right? Sometimes we keep driving, we follow it sincerely, we find that instead of road, there is a river there.
Recently, last week, my friend was new. He was driving to Raleigh Airport. He said, I'll put the direction, but I want to drop my friend. First, I want to go and drop him so that I'll know around airport. He kept the direction. I was telling him, I mean,
And he
Google
was
Map.
going and going and going.
I was telling him, I was there. I know what the direction and all. I was directing. I was sitting in the passenger seat, and then he said, "This is the airport. This is the airport." He's telling. You are in the middle of the road. There is no airport.
No. Sometimes it is a question of understanding, but so that is where the discussion, ultimately we are all agreeing that there is energy in everything, right? And at the fundamental quantum physics, it says that energy is either a wave or a particle or both. So whichever way I look at it, energy will have to have a vortex. It may not be a predominant one. We have chakras on our hands. Do we feel them?
Oh, they are part of pranamaya kosha. We can't.
No. There is chakras on the skin. Do we feel them? But they are existing.
If you feel or don't feel, they exist.
That's what I'm trying to say. So let us continue.
Just kidding.
I think we finished all this.
Yeah, we finished all this. Yeah, when you consider,
When you consider ideas as mental and apart from nature, then you feel separated from nature itself. When you imagine a life after death as unnatural or supernatural, then you feel divorced, cut off, and bewildered. You must try to understand that there are different kinds of nature within nature and a capital for the last one. That means the physical life. Your human nature is, in your terms, dependent upon a time when you are not. You must realize that not being in that connotation is quite as natural as the physical being. Your existence before and after death is as much a normal phenomena as your present life.
correct.
That means even though we don't see the physical body, we are still existing.
Correct.
For now, as most of you know, the atoms that compose our cells, as well as the cells themselves, constantly die and are replaced. The stuff of organs changes, and yet they always retain their form. Their identity is intact. So is your own identity secure in the midst of all these births and deaths of which your conscious self is unaware. The memory of all of its experience is retained. The memory of all of its experiences is retained. Each cell remembers its past though all of its parts have been and are being continually replaced. So every cell has that memory, and it has, it retains. As your cells have their own memories, so the conscious mind has a more overt kind of memory. Your conscious thoughts act as triggers, bringing both kinds of memory into activation. That means the cell has its own memory, and mind has the more, overall memory. So together it brings your conscious.
Again, see, this is where if I take the breakdown structure of a cell, right? Yesterday I was
Yes.
shocked when I was reading a book on chakras, right? One second.
That's Cindy Dale again.
Uh,
Is that Cindy Dale's book?
yeah. Now, matter is an atom
Yeah.
Yes.
having charge, which is electron, proton, neuron, and so on. Electron is a negatively charged particle.
Yes.
Every atom or every particle of matter has what you call an antimatter.
Yes.
Okay. That means every matter is having, right? Every matter is having a positively charged particle and its reflection in the negatively charged particle. That is where the entire
Correct.
duality starts from.
Correct.
Right. So now if we take this information and try to reread this.
As your cells have their own memories, so the conscious mind has more overt kind of memory.
So
Your
your
conscious.
cell will carry both matter and an antimatter. That will influence your energy process.
Okay.
Yeah.
The conscious thoughts act as triggers, bringing both kinds of memory into activation within your physical being. Then each joyful, expanding, traumatic, and tragic past events lies indelibly written. So in each cell, so whatever are thoughts, whether joyful or traumatic, tragic, they are indelibly written, it seems. In your term, this is your working material, the memory of your physical being since the time of its conception in corporeal form. So that means in the physical form.
In the physical form, yes.
In your terms, this is your working material, the memory of your physical being since the time of its conception in the physical form. There are in your memory the most complex organizations and associative frameworks.
Now, Ramakrishna
Associative
sir,
framework. Yeah.
chakras is a framework of putting the energy in a particular pattern. Okay? Yeah, let's continue.
That exist, the associative frameworks that exist both in the depths of your cellular structure and in the highest reaches of your conscious activity. Earlier, I compared your thoughts to viruses. Think of them now as living electromagnetic cells, differing from the physical cells in your body only in the nature of their materialization. Your thoughts direct the overall functioning of your body's cells, even though you do not consciously know how those cells operate. That work is unconscious. Yes, because so much work is going on, like replicating the
No,
cells
not
are
only the
dying.
human body, you think about it even in nature.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, let's continue. Each physical cell.
The cell is in its way a miniature brain with memory of all of its personal experiences and of its relationship with other cells and with the body as a whole. In newer terms, this means that each cell operates with an innate picture of the body's entire history, past, present, and future.
That is
So
the
each
reason why when we do that gulping experiment, when we try the gulp experiment, we fail
yeah,
because it
yeah.
doesn't accept what we are trying to tell it is. Correct? Yeah.
So he's saying each cell has the whole entire history, past, present, future, the history of the body. Now this picture is ever changing and mobile. And alterations in just one cell is instantly noted by the body consciousness, the combined consciousness of the cells, and the future effect perceived. This information is used together with all other data from the body and a prediction made.
This prediction,
This body prediction is then assessed and on more levels than it is possible for me to explain. Briefly, picture is shown in the invisible arena where flesh and spirit meet.
okay, 1 minute.
This arena,
No, 1 minute. There is a question. Kirti.
Yes, sir. No, not a question, but some realization. Here it says that one cell affects, it's going to affect the entire body. Right? The entire body will be aware. Now imagine like one person is affected, even every other person is also affected, whole
Yes.
existence.
That is because he is radiating those energies. And see, Kirti, just imagine that we do this, right? Okay, try this. You do this, okay, and put your hands together this way. I mean, not together, move your hands apart from each. Okay, move one hand. Move only one hand. Do you see? Do you see the waves moving in your other body? I mean,
I can
part
sense
of
it.
the hand.
Yeah, I can sense it.
What is that? What is?
Energy transmission. Right?
No, it is not energy transfer.
It's just there are
This
together.
is physical body. What is the next of the body? Etheric body.
Yeah.
Then you have the astral body, right?
Yeah.
Move it far apart. That means you have gone beyond your etheric, you beyond your astral, and a little bit further, right? Of your aura. Move one hand. Are you still feeling the effect on the other hand?
Yeah, a bit.
Huh? That means you are going through that auric layer of your body and you are disturbing the particles there.
Oh, in between, everything is getting disturbed.
Exactly. Now you see why proximity of other energy bodies around you is having the magnetic effect. If they are more powerful, you feel more powerful. If they are dejected, your energy is going down and you start feeling dejected.
Right.
Because
so
it
it's
flows
like
from a higher level to a lower level.
No, sir, I agree with you. So like one example is like for those of you in Hyderabad can relate this. My friend lives in Vidyanagar, and when he goes out and when he is at the Tarnaka junction, okay, his dog jumps and puts the legs on in the window and starts waving his tail and all that. So his wife was surprised and called him and said, "Where are you?" "I'm at the Tarnaka junction." And later on, they observed this behavior continuously. And that is about 6 to 7 kilometers. So the dog changes the behavior when that, when my friend comes into that perimeter.
Okay. Now, right? There is another theory. I've already sent that book long time ago, I think about 2 years ago. The Vivaxis theory. Okay, what is that? It says that if wherever you are, if you turn to the location where you were born,
Yes, yeah, we
right?
mentioned it.
Grounding works better on your body.
Okay.
You are more grounded. So that dog around that junction, somewhere there is this Vivek's theory influencing its behavior. Are you able to
I
understand?
think they sense the house, how, that
You
virus
sense
is. Same.
your energies of your past where you may have had very pleasant memories.
Yeah.
Or otherwise. That means the other side of the memories. So, what are you doing in past life regression when you are suffering from something?
So you are basically re-entering into that energy.
And you are trying to release or balance that energy so that its influence on you today is minimal.
Yeah.
Kirti, thanks for the question. It has taken us completely to a different frame. Your observation.
Yeah, no, I just realized at that point when it is like here itself proved that each cell affects entire body. Then one person affects entire existence.
Yes.
That shows here. Yeah.
Ayatollah Khomeini, he was able to create a mass movement. Mahatma Gandhi was able to create a mass movement by just his thought process. Yeah, let's continue.
This body prediction is then assessed and on more levels than it is possible for me to explain. Briefly, it is shown in the invisible arena where flesh and spirit meet. This arena is not a place, of course, but an inner state of gestalt consciousness. The state is brought about through certain interactions that occur deep within the body. Magnetic structures are formed. They are created on a physical level through certain activations of the nerves in which the normal patterns are jumped, so to speak, and images are formed. The nerves and the cellular structures at their tips take pictures. And then the nerves and the cellular structures at their tips take pictures. These are all assembled and used to form the large picture of the body's condition. Oh my God.
No, this is very useful when you are trying to do non-interventional medicine for your recovery of health. Your understanding of all this is very important.
So here, that's why he says magnetic structures are formed, where the meat of a flesh and
What is
spirit.
magnetic structure? The way he is writing, it is attraction and repulsion.
Yes.
See, some words are collective meanings. You should be able to break it down to what is represented or what is the context of that sentence. Magnetic structures are formed. Particles are attracted and repelled. Now, if I take particle has got matter and antimatter together. Yeah?
Yeah. Here he says magnetic structures, how they form, they are created on a physical level through certain activation of the nerves in which the normal patterns are jumped, so to speak, and images are formed. The nerves and the cellular structures at their tips take pictures. These are all assembled and used to form the larger picture of the body's condition.
Correct.
These are not images as you think of them, but highly coded information electromagnetically imprinted that would not appear as images to the physical eye. In case, they cannot be perceived except by the body. But this procedure is so far superior to anything that that the body, therefore, but therefore actually takes precognitive pictures of its future condition, as if the body situation at the time were projected into the future.
Everyone on the same page?
This predictive picture is then set against two models. First, it is checked against the body's ideal standard of health in its individual case and its own greatest fulfillment. Then it is checked against the images of the body sent to it by the conscious self. So one is through the body's standard health and the other one is through the conscious self. Correlations are made instantaneously. In an organizational framework that would certainly be envied by the most advanced technological concern, communications spring back and forth with great rapidity. So in an organizational framework that would certainly be envied by the most advanced technological concern, communications spring back and forth with great rapidity. The body makes whatever changes are necessary in order to bring the two images in line with the present corporeal condition. So this is, oh my God, so much.
Now, what did you understand from the last para? In an organization framework that would certainly be envied by the most advanced technological concern, communications spring back and forth with great rapidity. The body makes whatever changes are necessary in order to bring the two images in line with the present corporeal condition. What did you understand?
How you are thinking, the positive or negative thoughts?
No.
Or how a conscious self and the physical body relation?
Physical body and the etheric body. Etheric body is an image of the physical body in terms of the framework. If diseases or any condition has to hit you, it will hit the etheric body before it is physical. The two
Sir, my understanding is that there would be
let me complete, sir, 1 minute.
Yeah.
So there are two conditions now. There are two images.
Yes.
Then matter will adjust itself based on your immunity level, based on your belief system and so on. And that will manifest on the corporeal body. Right? So if you cure your etheric body, your physical body will get cured. Yeah, go ahead.
So
No,
basically,
I wanted to say that the cohesiveness will be observed.
No, not cohesiveness. It is, see, what is the one that is differentiating these two bodies? Your will, your free will.
Yeah.
Your free will is equal to your manifested reality.
Yes.
Is the one which is influencing your thoughts, your feelings, and so on. Psychosomatic conditions.
Yeah.
So one is the physical and the other one is your psychosomatic body. Are the two, the psychosomatic will influence the physical. You may take a break.
Yeah. Sure.
Energy body.
Right. And then he says, you may take a break now. So sit and analyze what.
So, sir, I have to leave now. I have to
all of us have to leave. It is 7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
That must.
I think it was a good discussion, I felt.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, we agreed that even inanimate objects also have different aura. I mean, not only aura, along with the chakra, different colors.
See, where there is aura, there has to be a chakra associated. Yes, it may not be a human chakra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should have made this.
Lower chakras.
No. See, chakras are basically energy vortexes.
Yeah.
Correct.
There is a chakra. Rainy season has got a chakra. The universe has got a chakra. The
Yeah.
Mother Earth has its own chakra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That is why you have Mount Shasta, you have that location in Wales. What is that stone? What stone? Right? Then you have got Mount Everest, which is your Sahasrara of this Mother Earth, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they are all influenced. Now, Mount Sahasrara is supposed to be in, Mount Sahasrara is supposed to be in China. Why is it influencing them with negative thoughts? It is supposed to be the purest form, right? Now it is destiny. Right. So it is a potential there.
And Egypt, the Giza side, they have the third eye, they say.
Is it third eye or anahata? Which one is it?
I mean, one is in Europe and the other one is in Egypt.
That stone, I don't know what stone, some stone. That is the name of the place. One sec, let us go and check now.
Earth chakras.
Yeah. Earth chakras. No, that's okay. But where are the physical chakras? I won't give it there. Go to images. I think I used the wrong word. Let me go back.
You had to say the spelling chakras are wrong. It is chakra.
Okay. Keyboard
Okay,
is having a problem because this is repeating it means.
Yeah, now it shows. Chakras of Mother Earth. Here, seven chakras of Mother Earth.
Where, which one?
Yeah, the second one. Here, the chakras of Mother Earth.
Oh, this is 1 hour 20 minutes. We don't have that much time. Yeah. Throat chakra is Giza. Throat chakra.
Throat chakra. Pyramids of Giza.
Yeah. Oh, this is mapped by Nilima Gumpena.
To sit in a comfortable posture.
Okay. So it has come back to Anapanasati. Right? Heart chakra is Stonehenge. Yeah.
Crossing your legs and fingers.
This is Europe. Root chakra is Shasta. Sacral is Titicaca. Where is this?
I think South
Brazil,
America.
is it? This is Brazil?
Peru. South America. South America.
Okay. Then we have solar plexus, the Volgas. This was actually the Akhanda Bharat. Akhanda Bharat was all of this.
To all the sacred places on the Mother Earth.
Very soon we may find Akhanda Bharat.
Our job is just to observe the normal natural breath and with an intention to connect.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you. I'll leave now.
Okay, I think it was a good discussion. Anything else?
Yeah, it was really. Yep. Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes we start with gate 7, the 4 mountains of Bali. Gate 12, what is this?
Sir,
Chakra.
recording is still on. Maybe you want to stop?
Yeah, we will stop.